Hello, hello. So, I don't make these sorts of videos very often. This is just a deck that I made that I like. My favorite class is Rogue. It's always been Rogue, just for flavor. And I would like to start with a disclaimer that if you are very concerned about having the best deck or you want to climb the ladder as fast as possible, um, this probably isn't going to be right for you. I'm more interested in having fun than winning games. That being said, I wanted to make Lie in Wait work for me. I know it has like the lowest win rate out of all the quests, and the quests in general are not good to begin with, but I love the flavor of Lie in Wait. Um, the only problem is while the hero power you get from Lie in Wait I think is great, the 3/3 stealth or tones that keep shuffling back into your deck, I think they are not. So, noticeably, one thing that is missing from this deck is the interrogations. I do not want to shuffle more of these 3/3 ninjas into my deck. So, what do I have? Well, first off, I have Elise the Navigator, possibly my favorite card of the deck. I really like the way that she encourages creative deck building. So, in order to make her work, of course, I have mana costs from 0 to 9, excluding 8, and then I have the Ceaseless Expanse. And when you consider that by the time I'm ready to play the Underbrush Trackers or the Ceaseless Expanse, they're quite possibly down to 0. So if you take that into account, the mana curve of my deck is actually still pretty low. So I have preparation. There's a number of good preparation targets in the deck. My favorite is possibly Cultist Map. Cultist Map is very good at getting you the card from your deck that you need at the moment, and then another card besides if you can cast it if you can cast it in the same turn, which makes prep very good for it because it gives you more reach to get that second card out of it. I have adaptive amalgams. I have two of them. Now, these are decent for early shuffle cards, but in many games, once I have completed the quest, I won't play them out on the board anymore. I don't need to shuffle 1/2s with no other real powers back into my deck. However, if I happen to get a 10 cost location with Elise that does the 10/10 copy, in that case, shuffling 10/10 amalgams back into your deck is not nearly so bad. Knockbacks to take advantage of the shuffling that we're going to be doing, the cultist maps to get the answers that you need out of your deck, fan of knives mostly just for the draw, but hey, why not some damage on top of it. Moonstone Mauler, pretty decent shuffle card. The asteroids don't hurt anything when they come out, and they just draw the next card anyway. Floppy Hydras, these guys are one of the these provide inevitability because they'll just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Between the Floppy Hydra and the recurring potential amalgams, this deck can go very late game. But that does also mean that it can kind of get wrecked by Hex. A couple of Assassinates, a couple of dubious purchases, um, Elise, Illusory Green Wings, taunts that also do the shuffling, a couple of Ancients of Lore to provide armor as well as draw. Bob the Bartender, there are plenty of matchups where having the board freeze and just delaying the enemy by a turn is key. But also, if you don't need them for that, then drawing and getting 2 copies of a minion could work out really well for you. Underbrush Trackers, a 0 mana 5/5 rush is not a bad thing to have. Incendious. And actually, Incendious is another card that it's decent to get a copy of, because if you have the location out, and that doesn't even necessarily have to be a 10/10 copy, but if you have the location out, you lay down Incendious, and then you make a copy of them, not only are the eruptions going to be 3 damage AoEs immediately, but it's a lot more likely that one of the Incendiuses at least will survive and continue to buff up the eruptions. Ceaseless Expanse I already mentioned, and then for a 9 spot, Ashamain. Ashamain is another card that can be a game closer. A lot of this, like, you can get this stuff out of your hand without too much trouble, so Ashamain can just fill up your board with who knows what, but it's stuff that they put in their deck, and even if it relies on synergies, if you get enough of their cards, you can probably emulate their synergies. So I think Ashamain is very good as a 9-drop. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. I have fun with it. It does surprisingly well considering that it's a lion weight rogue, I think. And let me just show you how it can work out. So let's do an example game. Why not?
Valera versus Jaina.
You asked for it. Stay in the shadows.
You know what? I'll keep all of that. That's not until 4, but it is a shuffle card. The Adaptive Amalgam is a good early shuffle card, and both of these mean that this will be up to 3 damage at least pretty soon. So yeah, let's just run with it. Now there's 2 main, well, I guess maybe 3 different main mage quests, mage decks that I see these days. There is the Quest Mage with the Discovers. There is Protoss Mage, and there's like Imbue Mage. Or I guess there's 4 Elemental Mage. So I'm not sure what we're gonna be facing off against quite yet.
Time runs out on me.
Okay, so we got Discover Mage. I think that's good news for us. I think we'll be able to outlast the Discover Mage. I did not mean to do that before the quest, but let's go ahead and put the quests out now, because if they do kill it, I do want to get the shuffle. I did, unfortunately, accidentally use up my coin when I didn't really want to.
Better make a good impression.
Now, while knockbacks will be much bigger later, I don't really have anything else to do here, and saving myself, this could be 6 or 9 damage right there, so I think it's worth it.
Tough first day.
Out of my jungle!
That thing is not nearly so threatening, so I'll actually even poke it once, because next turn I'll have a 4 power something on the board that could possibly kill it.
Find me in the
So 1, 2, 3, 4. We already have access to 4 of the 5 shuffles necessary.
This is not what we stood for.
Interesting.
many from one.
Without a trace.
Find me in the dream.
There there's an argument to potentially be had for using my mana more efficiently and putting the Ancient of your lore out, but I think I can go ahead and do that next turn maybe. Okay. Yeah, because the next turn, if I need to, I can do Incendious if there's not a lot of pressure, or I can do Floppy Hydra Dubious Purchase if they've got a big threat out.
Many from one.
That is 9 damage if I don't handle it somehow. I think what I'll do is I'll do the Floppy Hydra. I will prep that.
A recurring dream. A recurring dream. A recurring dream.
That is even better than I was hoping for. But this means next turn I can definitely... Well, yeah, I should be able to make sure that dies.
One's out on me.
The shrouded shell sent will go.
From many.
We don't need a map.
Look right past me. None the wiser.
First,
Fight like so.
yep. I think Incendious is a good thing to test for the... Yep. Doesn't hurt me any. And then that I don't really have a way to deal with a water elemental right now, so I'll just go face with these.
Fight like so!
And I won't draw because I want these to be at least 2s before I start drawing them. I will use that to check for counterspell. Oh, okay. I think that was like all of my eruptions. Whoops. I think I have one more eruption still in there.
The fate of the world hangs in the balance.
Now that is a problem.
Look right past me, none the wiser.
Eight combatants enter, and I take the crown.
Okay.
Fight like so!
Yep.
I remember this place well.
I got the 10/10 copy. And I think I need to play an Outlast game so the 12 armor will be good. And because I have that in my hand, I might just be willing to ignore one of those, possibly.
Go now!
Fight like so!
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're definitely going to want to freeze the 8 power. That's okay. I think I'll just go ahead and do this. And having another one of those is not a bad thing. And there's some armor for me. Actually, I should have gone face. Here, I'll just do this.
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
Nice. I'll discover a druid spell. Sure.
Go now!
And I could do another prep. And I'm alright.
That one missed just one.
Better make a good impression.
Okay. So this is still here, so I'll go ahead and do that.
Torn to shreds!
Can I spend one more mana? I can. Because I would like to go for 4s with this.
One.
That could be useful.
Go now!
I didn't see a thing.
Unlucky.
That one missed just one. just one.
Runs out on me.
They have a hunter secret up there, and I am willing to bet that that one is a freezing trap. So I will test that with my smallest. Nope, just explosive. Which means they are dead. So yeah, I guess if you fit it into a category, it would be a value or control deck. We're not like racing to finish the quest as soon as possible. We are trying to survive long enough so that either Incendious or Ashamain or Ceaseless Expanse shenanigans or uh, Elise's location or the floppy hydras slash adaptive amalgams until something gets out of control. So yeah, I'm having fun with it and it's winning sometimes. So let me know what you think. If you want to try it or whatever. But yeah, that's about it. Have a good one.